Right, in, sit down, hats off. Right, your new intake of range takers to be trained. Welcome to the course. I'm Sergeant Fisher. I'm the machine gun instructor here, but in C Company. So we'll be doing the rangefinder training for you, training course. It's 5 stages, 4 weeks long. You're all our new students. Coming from all your different regiments, you'll know how to do different things at different levels, I'm sure. You should have come through your machine gun training centre, through your machine gun company, but you've been picked out as the bright ones, the guys that can take notes and take ranges accurately. So hopefully that's true, but we'll soon find out, won't we? So this is the range taker course, the range finder course. You are range takers. First thing to remember, you are not tools. The tool is the range finder. You are the range taker, the people. What does a range taker do? Anybody know?
Finds the range of
For
a target.
What? Finds the range of a target.
Yeah.
Finds the range of an object.
Object.
Might not be the target. So you might be just tasked to find the ranges of random features on the landscape, so that a full range card or a full understanding of the terrain can be made. Who does the range taker work with? Nobody? Section commander. So the machine gun section commander, you will be almost his runner. I expect many times the section commander will actually use you as his runner. How many guns will you be working with?
2.
2, excellent. So a section. How many guns in a subsection? 1. Very good. So you will not work with an individual gun, but you'll be tasked by the section commander to do the job for 2 guns. Sometimes you'll work with your counterpart in the platoon. So the platoon obviously has 4 guns, as you well know, so there'll be 2 of you that may go and work together. You may well not be needed at all. On certain operations or exercises, you may well be working purely off a map. What do you think your duties will be then? You don't know yet because I haven't taught you that yet. That comes much later. The course as it stands, as I said, is 5 stages long. The first stage, about 4 days of training. Will include introductory lecture. This one, you'll then be taught the naming of the parts. You'll then be taught how to take it in and out of the case properly and transfer it to the cover. The cover is this. This is what you will carry it in. It's not for your golf clubs. It's not for your fishing rods. This is the cover for the rangefinder. The care and cleaning, most important. They're delicate instruments. You will need to know how to look after yours. You will get issued a personal rangefinder. You will know the accuracy of that rangefinder. You will have to get used to it in the serial number. You've each got a rangefinder between 2 people here. Why do you think that is?
Teams of 2.
You're going to work as pairs in the training. The instrument allows you to do that. We'll talk about how it does that in a moment. You're then going to learn the basics, so making coincidence, and your halvings. So coincidence and halvings will become your life, and so will R squared and little r. All about the mathematics behind the rangefinder as well. Then the second stage will be about accuracy charts and notebooks. You each have a notebook you're already using, excellent. Though that will be your notebook for the period of the course, but also as a range taker you will have a notebook of all of your ranges and all of everything you do from day 1. The first range you take will be recorded, because that builds up your averages, and how you get to know your instrument well is by knowing its average over 10 ranges or over its life. Great question there. So how many ranges do you have to take to work out the range to an object?
2.
As many as possible. So if you've got the time to take 10, take 10. If you've got the time to take just 2, just 2. But your level of accuracy, level of error will increase, level of accuracy will decrease. So you'll need to work that through. You'll then be taught how to take ranges in the rain. You can hear the rain outside today. You'll be lucky though, you're not going outside today. This is classroom. material, but there will be a taking in the rain and taking in shimmer. So weather dependent teaching there. That's all in your second stage. Then in the third stage, you'll be working out how to do coincidence on difficult objects. So we'll talk about how coincidence works in a moment, but effectively you have to line up two tall things, two vertical lines. What would you think, if that's how you take ranges, what could a difficult object be?
A field.
Field with no distinguishing features, correct? A dot, a point. You can't actually easily take a range on a point if you've got to line up 2 points that then don't touch each other on the way the halving works. So point, moving targets as well. So clearly taking ranges on moving targets isn't easy. Isn't also something you'll be asked to do that often, but it may happen. You'll be taught how to make range cards as well. So hopefully you should know how to make range cards from your sort of practical fieldcraft exercises at the primary training centres and through the machine gunnery stuff. So hopefully you will have some proficiency in doing so. But for a range taker, you have to be expert at it. You will be the person that is expected in your section to go out and complete range cards, sometimes before the guns are in position. So you will be providing all of the material to the machine guns upon their arrival. So you will work in the platoon, possibly as range taker pairs to do so for the platoon commander, not for the section commander. So range cards are going to be incredibly important. That's the third stage complete, and then the fourth stage, about 6 days, the longest stage together. You will have to make adjustments on known ranges. So actually, if you know the range to an object, what does that tell you about your range finder if it's not going to that object? Accuracy, error, all of those things. So you will be able to understand how accurate your instrument is from that. You'll practice with adjusting the instruments based on that known range. So if you know that range is 10,000 yards, you'll be able to work it out. As a quick supplementary, do you know the range of the Vickers machine gun?
2,800.
2,800 if it's on Mark 7 ammunition. On the direct fire range, indirect fire, which may be relevant for you, 4,500. So the rangefinder instrument, the number 12 that we have here, I'm going to explain a little bit the differences in a moment, but the number 12 goes up to 20,000 yards. Why would you be expected to do 20,000 yards?
Artillery.
Possibly you might call in support from somewhere else, just to know it's outside your range as well. It's one of those where we can't do that, sir. That's way outside the capability of the machine guns. So you need to be, you are the person that knows how to use this. You will be giving that information to the section commander. The section commander is unlikely, unless he's come up through one of these courses, is more likely to be a machine gunner than he is a range taker. So he won't know this instrument. He won't know what you are capable of doing as range takers. So we need to understand that. It goes up 20,000 yards, but also there is a setting on here for infinity. So you have to adjust based on infinity. Now infinity, we'll work out in the maths of things. Hopefully you understand what infinity is.
Never ends.
Never ends. Never ending. So yeah, you never meet, you can never see infinity. It keeps going and going and going. But there is a role for infinity in the rangefinder. You will have to test your instruments, you will have to test yourselves, so we'll go through the test of elementary training in stage 4, understand what you can do in the field at that point and work out then how you're going to pass, because at the end of this course you will receive your range taker qualification, the nice little R in a wreath that you'll be able to go down to the shop and buy and wear very proudly, I'm sure. Some of you may even qualify as first class or marksman quality range takers, which will be absolutely amazing looking at the 4 of you now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? So you'll be required to be tested annually as well. It is a skill at arms qualification, so you'll have to undertake your annual tests for that. The fifth stage, though, we go out into the field and we'll learn a little bit more about use of cover and positions. We'll go hiding. We'll go and hone those fieldcraft skills that you've been made. Where do you expect to be if you are a range taker a lot of the time?
Anyway, hidden.
On your own.
On your own.
On your own and ahead of, or in pairs, yes, that's a fair point. And ahead of the machine guns. You're going to move into the position sometimes ahead of the machine guns with the section commander, doing that reconnaissance. You're going to be working as part of the reconnaissance group for the machine gun platoons or for the battalions.
Is also...
Yes, yes. So concealment, fieldcraft, you have to hone those skills as well as doing your range cards. We'll talk more about taking ranges to moving objects in that. And then field duties. What do you do when the machine guns are all in position? Whatever your section commander requires. You sit as part of the command element for that machine gun section. You will need to work with your section commander, work with the other people in that command element, work with the platoon sergeant, work with the platoon commander, work with the platoon commander's element, work with the wireless operators. You're not part of the gun teams. You may participate in some of those activities. Sometimes if they need more ammunition brought, you are a spare pair of hands. Once all the ranges are taken, you're not moving, you are potentially a spare pair of hands. So you need to understand what you should and shouldn't be doing as part of your field duties. And offer up accordingly. Don't just sit there pretending to take ranges to hide out of the way while everybody else is busy. Look busy, write some notes is not acceptable for a range taker that's been through this course. And then you will end up spending a whole day, 12 hours of the course, taking ranges to hone your skills, complete the stages, and bring together on exercise, maybe working alongside some of the machine guns as well, bringing together all of your learning from this 4-week course. So, any questions at that point?
None so far.
None so far. Good. Excellent. So that's the broad introduction to the course. We will move on with lesson 1 shortly, where we will do the naming of the parts. Has anybody been up close and personal to one of these instruments before? No? Good. Nobody's worked at Bar and Stroud, made them? Excellent. Superb. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Please support us on Patreon if you're able to, and let us know of anything you'd like to see in the future. I look forward to hearing from you.